Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. Today we have the 5th bottling from the Barrel Select series from Glenmorangie, and this one is a Calvados. Bottling is 12 years of age, 40% ABV, and is priced at Whisky.com around €75, depending where you live, how high the alcohol taxes in your particular country are. This 5th bottling is, well, something special. Calvados is a spirit made from apples, and those apples grow in northern France, particularly in the Normandy, the region of the Normandy, and these casks come from the region, it's called Pays d'Auge. And this region is very famous for its 3 C's: Cidre, Calvados, and Camembert. So these 3 C's, and this Calvados, or those casks where the Calvados matured before, for I think 20 years, so very heavily used by the Calvados, now were used for the finishing of the Glenmorangie. And this bottle was, or the whiskey in this bottle was matured for 10 years, as always in these ex-bourbon casks at Glenmorangie, and then for 2 long years in those Calvados casks. Well, I think that's the story behind this Calvados cask finishing. And this is a limited release that's different to the other finishing products from Glenmorangie, which now have an age of 14 years, if I remember right. I think all of them now have 14 years and are very fruity. Apples. No. Yeah, very fruity. And this shows that Glenmorangie is able, or produces so much whiskey that they are able to mature the whiskey 20% longer than typical. Yeah. So there's a big vanilla note in it. And in the first nose with the cork, it was very sweet. The whiskies from the Northern Highlands, where Glenmorangie resides, are said to be very citrus note laden. Why? Well, some say it's the microclimate. I don't think so, because the air moves very fast over the mainland of Scotland, so there's no big difference in the air in the microclimate. No, I think it was in former years, in former times, when people weren't moving that far. So the knowledge how to make whiskey was locally different. And in the Northern Highlands, they used procedures where the whiskey, the final product, the whiskey, resulted in a little bit of more citrus note in it. So I think that's it. But the citrus note isn't in here. It's different. A little sweeter. A little bit of honey, yeah, and baked pears, baked apples, something like this. Yeah. Cheers. Very spicy, oily, and spicy in the same time. And this is not very typical for Glenmorangie, because Glenmorangie has very tall stills with 6 meters equals 18 feet. They are the highest pot stills in Scotland, and they result in a very clean alcohol due to this very long alcohol vapor column, which spreads or separates the alcohol very well from the fusel oils and other substances. And here we have Very interesting aromas coming from the cask. Very interesting. Little marzipan probably in it. Yeah. Now it's coming up with the apples, with the candied apples, with the spicy oakiness. And I think those casks for the Calvados, they might have come from the Limousin oaks which grow in France, because they are much more intense than the American white oak the Glenmorangie uses with these Ozark Mountain casks. They have probably a little bit of eucalyptus, aniseed, a little bit in the back. Very long in the aftertaste. Spicy still on my tongue. Yeah, that's it. Very different Glenmorangie as you are typically used to, or not, not yet. So, very good one. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. There's more to come.